Guy, Board Game Geek, bringing you my next playthrough. Going to bring you a quick playthrough. I'm not going to do a long series on this one, but we're going to be playing some Tomb of Annihilation, the board game. Now, I've been playing this on my other channel electronically, so if you've been following along, the game is actually very similar in nature. It's even following the same storyline. So we're going to do the first of the storylines in here, and I got my characters, the pre-painted miniature set. Got my characters set up, ready to go on the first tile. I'm going to tell you about what we're going to do. This is the character that a lot of people haven't played. This is Kawasha, the druid. I'm going to be playing him along with artist Kimber, the ranger. That's him right there. And then now I got two magic users in this. We'll see how that goes. But I got Ashara, the Arakakra wizard, and then my favorite dragon bait, the dragon, the Soriel paladin. And we're going to be doing a mission. We're going to be doing the first mission of the game. So let's talk about that. I'm not going to go over rules. There's been so many rules overviews on the D&D board games. I don't think we need that. I just think we need to start playing, and you'll see how it plays out as we go. So let's take a quick look. We're going to be playing Adventure 1, Favor for Jessamine. It says, you have come to Port Nyanzaru, seeking to end the strange death curse. Now, if anybody knows Tomb of Annihilation, there's a strange curse that's stopping magic that does resurrections and that from being effective, and they start to deteriorate, and it's really affecting the world, and so someone's trying to figure out what happened. Anyway, that's the death curse. This has been befallen the land of Chult. Magical healing has grown weaker, and in some cases begun to fail entirely, even reversing earlier healing. However, first you need a starting point, and after kicking around town for a while, you were pleased to have an opportunity fall into your lap. The merchant prince Jessamine is looking for some poisonous mushrooms found in the jungle, and if you can find some for her, she may well prove to be a vital source of information for you. So our objective is we're going to retrieve 4 poisonous mushrooms from the jungle. We're going to play with 1 to 5 heroes. We're going to be playing with 4. And it says if it's your first time, make sure you have the artist Kimber in there, which we do already. The adventure setup is we start with the jungle tile set. Special components in this that we need the clearing and the mushroom grove. We have both those already, plus the mushroom tokens. Place the clearing on the table, which we've done, and then take the mushroom grove and we've sorted it into the deck. And that's basically how we start. So we're going to be looking for, exploring the jungle, looking for mushrooms for Jessamine, the merchant prince. And we're going to be doing that with 4 characters, the ones that we have here. So I think we just go right ahead and get started. This game mechanically is quite simple. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to go, if your hero occupies a square adjacent to an unexplored space, we're going to explore. But first off, we're going to have our sequence of play, the hero phase, the exploration phase, and the villain phase. Hero phase, we're going to take our actions. We're going to be able to move. Each character has a speed. It looks like every character except for Dragonbait has a speed of 6. Dragonbait has a speed of 5. We can move, attack, disable, trap. Those are the other things we can do on the hero phase. So I can take a double move, but then that's my whole turn. This first early turn is going to be incredibly simple. We're basically going to move and discover some new tiles as we're looking for these mushrooms. So I think I'll start right away. Let's just go with our ranger, since he's the ranger and the druid are the most agile out in the jungle, so we're just going to go with them. We're going to have, let's start up here at the top with Kawasha, and I'll go over their abilities as we play, and I use the abilities, and I'll show you each of the cards and what they do. So first off, we'll just take him right here to, now we'll go to this edge here, and we're going to explore that edge. So how that works is we move the hero up there. Okay, we did that. That's all he gets to do, because he can't really fight anything or do anything else. And then we're going to explore a tile. Now I have a big giant stack of tiles over there. You can see they've all been sorted appropriately based on the scenario. So the first one that's going to come out is going to be what? Looks like just a... now how these get oriented is we're going to place the arrow facing down. Now the problem with this tile here, and one of the reasons you want to do exploration is to avoid encounters. They're never very good, but these black symbols mean that you will have an encounter anyway. So that kind of sucks. And then we have a monster that's going to spawn there as well. So let's place that tile down right here. We know that he's looked into this tile, and that's what he's seen. Here is the monster deck. So we're going to draw a monster out. I want to make sure I do that in the right order. I haven't played it on the board game for a while. I do think, let me see, draw a dungeon tile to draw the monster card and place it. Yeah, okay. and then we're going to play. We're going to get to do an encounter card after that during the villain phase. Okay, so we drew this. We're going to draw on a monster now. The druid Quasha will control this monster, so I'm going to cut the deck. I've shuffled it all up. I'm going to make a comment before I continue. I have most of these games, and most of them have come with very good quality components. The cards in this game are not good quality. I'm just going to say that the card stock stuff is okay, and it's fair, but the cards themselves are really low quality, and that probably helped to keep the cost down. But you know, when you buy a game like this with the tiles and everything, you do want it to be good quality. I mean, if I'm going to play this enough, I would have to sleeve it because these cards they're already kind of warping and everything. Anyway, let's see what monster we get. So we're going to get a Velociraptor. That's fine. They're not very tough. It's tactics. So let's talk about this card real quick. It's got an AC of 15. It only has 1 hit point. If the Velociraptor is adjacent to a hero, this is what it's going to do, and it will activate this turn. If it's not, it's going to do this. If the Velociraptor is within 1 tile of a hero, it moves adjacent to the closest hero and attacks. That's what with Pounce. You can see Pounce here is going to be a +6 to hit, and it does 2 and does disadvantage on the hero. So our druid's already going to start off with a negative on him, possibly, assuming the monster hits. But let's get the monster out and take its actions. Okay, here is the Velociraptor that appeared, and here is its card again. Now this is going to go with our druid because it is under his control. So when he activates an enemy and takes his turn, this enemy will activate, assuming it's still alive. Now it's going to activate right now, and like I said, because it's a tile away, it's going to do its Pounce, which means it's going to move to, let's see, within 1 tile. It will move adjacent to the closest hero, so we'll put him right here. It'll move right there. And just to show you a little close-up of the mini, let's see if you can see that well enough. Yeah, you can. That's it. I mean, they're nicely painted. They're not bad for a pre-painted set. And it will, I think, man, I wish I could paint all my games because it does make everything look better. It's going to attack him, so we're going to roll a d20. And basically, let me just put this out right here so you can see the card. And basically, we need a +6. Now, Quasha has a AC of 16, but he's got this Barkskin card as well. That's one of his abilities. It's always on. It's not something that turns off unless this trigger happens. Your hero has a +1 AC bonus, so he's got a 17 right now, which means that the Velociraptor has to roll a 10 or higher, and then flip this card over if the monster rolls an 18 or higher. That means he knocks out his Barkskin. Let's see if the Velociraptor can hit at all. 9, it missed by 1. That's awesome. So the Velociraptor jumped up there and attacked and missed. Okay, and that would basically be the end of the villain phase because there aren't any other villains in play. Okay, now we did place a tile, but we had a black triangle on this encounter card, so we're going to draw an encounter as well. This is the encounter deck. I'll cut it. I did shuffle everything up, but let's see what we get here. Event, Stalker. Place a new monster on the closest empty ambush spot. Well, the closest empty ambush spot is actually right there. So this is bad for our druid because he's going to end up with 2 monsters right away, and that is not cool. Okay, so we're going to get the monster deck out again. Unfortunately, now this monster is not going to activate because this is now the end of the villain phase after we've done the monsters. No, I take it back. That's not true. I shouldn't have activated the Velociraptor yet. I placed the draw, but then when I went to the villain phase, I should have, in order of sequence, according to this, I should have done the encounter first. Not the end of the world. Okay. It is going to be a Gorillion. They're really bad. I'm not getting lucky here at all, which, hey, yeah, my luck's holding true. Woohoo! Gorillion. Let's see. That's going to be a big, giant gorilla. Just ambushed out of nowhere. This is the exact way we want to start a game, right? This is the Gorillion. He's right here, and he jumped in there. He is also going to attack. Now, he is, it says that the Gorillion is within 1 tile of a hero. It moves to adjacent to the closest hero and punches the hero twice. Otherwise, the Gorillion moves 1 tile. So it is within 1 tile. In fact, it's right next to him. Now, this one, he's still going to have to hit the AC of 17, but he's got a 9, so he's only going to need it. Actually, he's using punch, right? When does he use rend? If both of the Gorillion punches hit the same hero, it also does a rend. Okay, so basically we're going to use punches, and it's going to punch the hero twice. So let's go do that. We have this card out right here, and we're going to punch our druid twice. Now remember, he does have his ability up and running, but it's not really going to help him very much. We got a 6. I don't know if you can see that. No, you can't. Okay, let me move that up. We got a 6, so it missed on the first punch, which means it's not going to get the rend. And then I'm going to back out just a little bit so you can see the dice roll. Okay, and we'll move this up, and I'll roll it right there. A 19, it hit on the second one, and the punch does 1 point of damage. So I got to get out a point of damage to do against our druid. And it was a 19. So we flip his bark skin over, and until he gets the chance to renew it in some way, he is now 1 AC less. Perfect first turn. Well, here is our druid, Kawasha. Now, he also has a special ability. I'll just give it to you. Kalupa, or Capule. Instead of attacking, you may place the Capule token adjacent to your hero. Find the Capule ally card and place it with the rest of the monster cards you control. Capule activates first in step 3 of your villain phase. I probably should have done that, but I didn't. I'm going to have to go find him. Anyway, he takes a point of damage. I did not, in fact, instead of attacking, you may place. I didn't do that, so because he couldn't. He didn't attack yet, but he does take 2 hits of damage, and he's got that creature those 2 creatures under his control. That's going to be the end of his turn. That was a pretty whopper first turn, actually. Not what I would have wanted. Okay, so what are we going to do next? Well, that was just like I said, a wild, crazy, horrendous start for us. So I think that the next best move would be... Now, we only took 1 point of damage, but we already got 2 creatures on the board. One of them's really nasty. So I think the next one we're going to activate is going to be Dragonbait, our paladin, because he can actually get in and do some serious damage to the Grillion, right, which is actually right here. So I think what he's going to do, because I also don't want to try and get an encounter, he's going to... Now, he can move 5, so he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. He'll move to right here, where he can attack the Grillion, right? So he's going to try and do that. Now, here's what he's got, just as an example for his... he's got some skills. This is when you level up. I'm worried about that. Oh, wait, level 2 side, sorry. Divine Health. At the start of your hero phase, you may end 1 condition on your hero before activating. That's really a powerful ability, by the way. Used it quite a bit in the computer version of this game. Okay, and he is going to strike the creature. Now, I think the Grillion has 3 hit points. I don't have anything that can kill it outright, and it is, what is it? It's an animal, so there's really nothing. I do have something that can kill it, but it's his daily power. I might want to use it because we're already at a point where that's important. We're going to use it. We're going to use his Grievous Strike, and oh, you know, we haven't killed anything yet, so don't worry about it. We're going to use his Grievous Strike on the Grillion. So we're going to do that. It's +8, so he needs to roll against the Grillion. The Grillion only has a 13, so his chance of missing is very slim. He will do 4 points of damage and kill it, which would be awesome. And he rolled a 14, so he did. He flipped over the Grievous Strike, and he killed the Grillion in 1 hit. But that took one of his major abilities, so hopefully we get it back soon, but the big Grillion is kaput. It is dead. And we get to now, so a couple things happen. One is he killed that, so we get to keep this card as 4 experience. Now, experience allows us to avoid cards, these encounter cards that we've been getting, etc., etc. So actually, you know what? Yeah, that's fine. We did that in the right order. Okay, and then he gets to take a treasure card. So we're going to put those down, and we're going to cut the deck and see what kind of treasure we get. Now, so here's my challenge. I've played so many of these games, I keep hoping that I'm not mixing up rules from the previous or other versions of it. We'll see. I don't think I am. Okay, so play immediately. You gain 100 gold pieces. It's a pouch of copper we discard after playing. Okay, so he got a pouch of copper. So for killing that big giant beastie, he didn't get very much, but it is what it is. We do get the experience, and that's worthwhile. Here is the 100 gold. I will just put that on his sheet. All right, well, and again, we have the 4 experience. So that was helpful. Okay, that was the end of his hero phase. He moved and attacked. So the next thing that happens, we go to the exploration phase. He is on the edge of a tile, which I did on purpose, so we do get to draw a new tile. And there's going to be some monsters on it. We found this village tile. But the good news is that it's a white triangle, so we're not going to have an encounter this turn. And the character that can automatically get rid of encounters is not on the board. Okay, so there we go. There's that. I don't know if that tile should be in here or not. It says jungle tiles, but I do believe that is one of the jungle tiles. And there's 2 monsters on it. So we are going to spawn 2 monsters on this tile and see what we get. So the first one is going to be a Vegapygmy Warrior. Okay, that's going to be here. And then another Velociraptor. So I'll get those out and we'll place them on the board. I take it back. There's actually 3 monsters on here. I don't know if this tile was supposed to be in here. If it is, oh well. Batiri Warrior. We'll go over what they do, but let me get him out as well. Get him on the board. They're like another Vegapygmy type of warrior, but they're a little bit different. And they look like this. They're basically goblins. So there are 3 of them on this tile. They're all going to activate, and they're going to jump dragon bait, it looks like. Let's take a look at what they do, though. So we've got the Vegapygmy. It says he just has a basic attack. It's 4 with 1 damage. If the Vegapygmy warrior is within 1 tile of the hero, it moves adjacent to the closest hero and attacks with its spear. Otherwise, it moves 1 closer. Okay, we know what the Velociraptor does. We've looked at it. Except this one looks, yeah, they're the same. And now the Velociraptor, because it's the same monster, is going to go and attach itself to Kawasha the Druid, because when you have same monsters, you attach them to the same character. Okay. If the Batari Warrior is within 1 tile of a hero, it moves adjacent to the close hero and attacks hero with a spear. Otherwise, it has a special ability, Deep Wound. On a roll of 18 or higher, the Batari Warrior deals 1 extra damage. Batiri, it looks like, and it's +6. So those are both going to go with our dragon bait, or actually, yeah, the 2 of them, and then the Velociraptor will move. It is going to activate, though, so let's do these activations with these monsters now. I think it's time. Okay, yes. So it is a little different in this game compared to some others. The Velociraptor will stay with actually dragon bait and will attack as well. And basically, when they go, that means that all the Velociraptors go. So until they're killed. So that means they're going to activate twice until we kill one of them, etc., etc. So that's how that goes. All right, let's move on and get their activations going. So the first one that we drew was actually the Vegapygmy Warrior. He is 1 tile away, so he will move adjacent. We'll just put him right here, and he will attack dragon bait with the spear. This is his little dude right here. He's just a teeny little Vegapygmy Warrior, and he needs to roll pretty high. Dragon bait's AC is a 17, and the Vegapygmy has a 4, so yeah, he has to roll a 13 or higher to hit, and he rolls a 1, absolutely fails, so he runs up and misses. The next up was the Velociraptor. Well, we know what they do, and the other Velociraptor gets to go as well. They are going to, if the Velociraptor is 1, actually that's not true. This one will go on this turn. The next time a Velociraptor activates, it will go. They will both go, if they're still alive. So this one is going to move up. We'll just put him right here. Move up adjacent. It says if the Velociraptor is within 1 tile of a hero, it moves adjacent and pounces. So you remember what its pounce does. Now it has a +6, so it needs an 11 or better to hit dragon bait. And it rolled a 16, so it succeeded in hitting dragon bait with its pounce, which means that it's going to do 2 points of damage and and our dragon bait will gain disadvantage. So let's look at that. Okay, here's the 2 points of damage that I'll be putting on dragon bait's character sheet. He's also going to get this placard, condition placard, for this turn. That's called the next time you make an attack, roll this disadvantage, roll the dice twice and take the lowest result. However, his divine health ability is going to help him with that. It's pretty cool. And then I'm just going to place this with his character. It's really not going to impact him because he's already gone this turn, but I'm going to follow the rules. So that's going to go with him right there. He is currently disadvantaged, but we still have 1 more to go, and that is this guy, and he is going to, that's the Batiri Warrior. He is going to do the same thing, and remember, he does have that Deep Wound ability, which is bad. But yeah, if he's adjacent, he moves up and attacks. So we'll put him right here, and he will attack Dragon Bait as well. Yeah, I'm putting them all on the same tile. I could put him over here, but it says to it moves adjacent to the closest hero, so I can put him where I want. He attacks with a spear. He has a 6, so he needs an 11 again to hit. Wow, he rolled a 20, which means he did do his deep wound, which means our guy, Dragon Bait, takes 2 more points of damage. Wow. So he is currently taking 4 total points of damage. This is probably the worst start of this game I think I've ever seen. So we're just getting walloped on already. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4 monsters out, and we killed the Gorillion in the very first turn. The other player, not even all the players have gone yet. Isn't that crazy? And I don't know if I don't know if this village should have been in the deck, but that's okay. It is. We're playing it that way. We're playing it on hard mode if it wasn't supposed to be. Okay. Anyway, so our now Dragon Bait has 10 hit points, so he's only got 6 left already. We have no healing at this point, except for the Druid. Does he have any healing? No, he does not. Nobody has any healing. Archus does have these 2 daily powers from the he's got the Ring of Winter, which is a special magic item. He can do that, but there's no reason to. We're going to just slaughter these guys as best we can. All right, well, that was the end of Dragon Bait's turn. Now, there's no encounter because he drew a tile with a white space on it. He was actually able to draw a tile. However, I think what we're going to do next is we will go with... I think we're going to go with our wizard next. Now, he's got, and I think he's not going to move right away. He's going to attack first, and then you can do it in either order. You can move and attack, or attack and move. He's got Acid Splash. It says attack up to 2 monsters with 1 tile of your hero. If 2 monsters are attacked, they must be adjacent to each other. Well, that's fine. We can do that. I think because this is going to do 1 point of damage, we're going to hit the Vegapygmy. Well, they have to be adjacent, so we're going to have to hit... we'll hit the Batiri and the Velociraptor then with the Acid Splash. And he has a +8 to hit, and it does 1 damage. So our wizard here hurls his Acid Splash spell at these guys. We're going to be attacking the first the Batiri warrior, who has an AC of 12. So we only need a 4 to hit him. Let's hope we do that. A 10, we did. So the Batiri warrior has been killed. That is good, so we're going to get to add that to our experience pile. So far we have some experience anyway, and it is dead. We're going to get to draw a treasure card. We've got to remember to do that. And then he attacks the Velociraptor, who, let's see if he hits that one. With an 8, I don't think he did. Let me see. So he's got a +8, so that's a 16. Yeah, he did. He just hit. The Velociraptor has a 15 AC, armor class. So he hit the Velociraptor as well. Let's get the damage out for that. Okay, so this Velociraptor here has taken 1 point of its 2 points of damage. And we killed the creature. So let's draw a treasure card. Let's get the treasure deck out. We'll put it right here. Can you see it? You can see it well enough. I'm just going to draw off the top. So we get a Ring of Protection. That'll be very good for our wizard. This item remains in play. Your hero gains a +1 AC bonus. That is fantastic. So our wizard now has an AC of 15 instead. And then we'll put that back. That was a good draw for the wizard. And we killed another creature. Now, he is going to move. He's going to move to right here so we can continue to explore and find this mushroom patch. He is right there. Put the monster deck away for a moment. And we're going to draw his tile out in the exploration phase. It is black, so we are going to get, and this wraps around into the village, we are going to get an encounter and a monster. Because we don't have that kind of luck where we can't get one good thing and one bad thing. The Ring of Protection was good. Anyway, let's draw a monster out and see what we get. A Choltean skeleton. Okay, let's see. Do they have anything special? They don't. But it is. We'll deal with him in a moment. Let's get his figure out and put him on the board. And here he be. So he is right here. We're going to place that back, and then he's going to get to activate. Plus, we're going to have an encounter. So now that was the exploration phase. We've done that. So now we're going to move on to the villain phase. We're going to draw our encounter card. So let's get the encounter deck out. See what we get. Hopefully, it's nothing too terrible because it's probably going to attack our wizard. See what we get. Triceratops attacks. This is an event. Attack each hero on your hero's tile. Well, I guess the good news is the only one on this hero's tile is our wizard. So this will attack the wizard with a +6. Our wizard, Ashara, has a, I can show you this, has a AC of 14. He's also got this flight ability, which we have to keep track of. When moving, you may spend 2 movement points to move 1 tile as though you were a monster, meaning I get to ignore everything. And he's got these special abilities. But he's the important point right now, he's got an AC of 14 plus his Ring of Protection, so 15. This thing needs to roll a 9 or better to hit him. Let's see if we succeed. Of course it did. So we're going to do 2 points of damage to our wizard. That's just fantastic. Can't stop missing the damage. Everybody's taking hits right off the bat. All we're doing is looking for some mushrooms. People cannot leave us alone just looking for mushrooms. Okay, well, so our wizard took that hit. Now, but that's not all, because the skeleton that he encountered gets to go. I think we're going to have to kill some of these things before we continue to explore. It sucks, but... okay, so it says, if the Choltian skeleton is adjacent to a hero, attack it with a sword. If the Choltian skeleton is within 1 tile of a hero, it moves adjacent to the hero with the lowest AC within the tile. Well, that actually is our character, Ashara, is the one with the lowest AC as well. And attacks the hero once with his sword. So we're going to do that. That's what we're going to do. So it's going to move up. We'll just say it moves right up to him here. And then it'll attack with a +5. So it's going to need a 10 or higher to hit him. A 12, of course it hit him. And we do yet another point of damage. We're just continuing. So we have 2 characters with 3 points of damage on them already, and we haven't even finished the first turn yet. Sorry for bumping the camera. And then the skeleton's going to go back with the wizard. We still have our ranger to go. He hasn't activated yet. I do think he's going to help our... yeah, I think he's going to help our wizard here. So let's take a look at that. I'm going to put the encounter deck back. And I think what he'll do, we got to keep exploring. We got to find this mushroom grove. So we need to get these tiles out of the way. You know what's interesting? We haven't run any traps. That's really rare. So I think, of course, now that I said that, the next tile will probably have 15 traps on it. I think what we're going to do with our Artis is he has a couple of things. This is an attack 1 monster within 2 tiles of your hero. Your hero must not use this attack against a monster on your tile. That's fine. So I think he will just, well, that attack, can I kill the skeleton? Yes, I can. It's got a hit points, it's got a armor class of 12, so if he uses careful shot, he only needs a 2. So he's going to simply go to here. He's going to, let me see if you can see, yeah, you can. He's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 to here, and he'll shoot the skeleton with his careful shot. So attack 1 monster within 2 tiles. Okay, he has a +10, and he does 1 damage. He has to hit the skeleton's AC of 12, so he needs a 2 or better. He can probably pull this off. He would have, I mean, most people would have missed, but he got it with a 4, and he hit the skeleton for 1 point of damage and took it out. So that is our 3rd monster down. That's awesome. This one is worth 1 experience point and a treasure, right? So we can't forget that. Let's get out and draw our treasure for that. And we got another pouch of copper. Bah, that is not that useful to me. But we'll take it, I guess, because that's what we have. And so let me get another thing of copper out. Yeah, we have 200 gold pieces in copper right now. All right, and that is going to mark the end of his actions. So now we're going to go into his exploration phase. Now he is on the edge of a tile, so he's going to explore it. And it's probably going to be really bad. We're constantly fighting, but that's okay. But look, it's the windy hill. That's fine, but it does not have an encounter. It does, however, have a monster. So it's okay because we just killed one, and our ranger is healthy. So let's take a look at this tile. We're going to draw the monster out that we're going to fight. What do we get? A Yuan-Ti Broodguard, so he looks a little tougher. And we'll see what he does in just a moment. Let me get his figure out, and we'll put him on the board. The thing I always thought was very odd about this game is that all these different types of creatures, this is the Yuan-Ti, by the way, just come out and just crazy attack you. They're all over littering the jungle for no apparent reason. They're not working in cohesion. They're not even of the same species. Okay, so that's one of the things I thought was been odd about this game. All right, it says if the Yuan-Ti Broodguard is with 1 tile of a hero, it moves adjacent to the hero and bites. So we'll do that. We'll move him there, adjacent to Artis, and he's going to do his bite attack. It says special, crushing grip. Heroes adjacent to the Yuan-Ti Broodguard cannot move, so we're going to have to kill it before he can move. He's got 2 hit points. He's got an AC of 13. And his bite, which is the only attack he has. It says bites, but I don't see anything special about that other than, I guess that's his bite. Okay. It's +7 and does 1 damage. Artis has an AC of 15. So we will use his attack, or 15 against a 7, so he needs an 8 or better to hit our ranger. He rolled a 7 and actually missed our ranger. That is amazing. Oh, you can't see that, but it's right there. Okay. He rolled a 7 and missed. Whoosh. Good deal, Artis. So he dodged the attack from the Yuan-Ti Broodguard. And that is going to wrap up his turn. So we have done all 4 characters at this point. We got tons of creatures on the board. And I think I will end our session there. We'll do, because that actually took a little while because of all the activity that we had. So I will get this up and post it for you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. It's just a quick playthrough of the first scenario. I don't know that I'll continue to play an additional scenario after that, or show you what the campaign advancement for the characters looks like. But I do like these board games. They're a lot of fun. They have a lot of action. They're pretty fast-paced, and that makes it good. Anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing, guys. I really appreciate it. Happy New Year. This is the first official video out for the new year on the board game channel. If you go to Doug's digital board, though, I do have a series of this running for the computer version of this game, which is virtually identical, except for some nuances. But, I mean, even the experience points thing technically works the same way. When you kill a creature, you gain adrenaline, which does the same thing to allow you to get rid of encounters, etc. So that is basically it, though. So that's Doug's digital board. If you pop on over there, I got like 5 or 6, I think it might be up to 6 or 7 in the series now. And you can see how that's progressing. I'm pretty far along in that, way deep into these missions on that one. And also, I want to talk about, I'm going to have a channel update. You saw that I did my contest giveaway. I'm getting ready to announce some other stuff, so I'm about to do a channel update. And I hope you come visit me for that. Also, I'll probably be playing some random PC-type games, usually related to board games, on my other channel. Just if you follow me on Twitter, at DougMysticEye, that's Doug, M-Y-S-T-I-C-E-Y-E, I will post it. You don't have to join me, but at least you'll see when I'm starting to live stream or something. And then, again, every Wednesday night, except for last Wednesday, because of the holiday, we will be playing some type of board game. It could just be me. It could be me and friends playing something on Tabletop Simulator or another board game live. And now, if you have Tabletop Simulator and you have Discord and you want to join us and play, you're welcome to do that. My buddy, fellow tube tabler down in Australia, Tragic, and I played a game of Alien Frontiers with a couple folks Wednesday before last. We'll see what we get going this time. So anyway, guys, thanks. Talk to you next time.